Good morning, folks. Good cold morning. 28 degrees here in Georgia. Whew. Man, I tell you, I hate cold weather. Well, I don't hate it, but I prefer warm. So I wanted to do, I talked yesterday about redoing a sheath that was my grandson's great granddaddy. It was my son-in-law's pawpaw. So he'd gotten on the roof, and he got on the roof, was gonna clean his gutter. He's 82 years old, and he fell, lost the balance, fell off the roof. Did some damage to him, and he never recuperated. He stayed in a rehab place for, I guess, a month or so, and he finally passed. But it's sad, because actually he was pretty healthy. It hadn't been long that I had seen him. We had a little family get together July the 4th, and I saw him there. Nice guy, and he's one of these guys one of these men that to me is a great loss when we lose them. And hold on a minute, my mouth's a little dry, so give me a little drink of Diet Coke. Ain't trying to advertise for Coke though. So he's one of those men that's like my dad, and he farmed, and did, just that generation, like my daddy's generation, that my daddy, he fought in Korea. That generation, and I'll just tell you, that generation built this country, made this country what it is, or what it was. Maybe it's a better way to say it, because we're losing our country. We got people running the country that shouldn't be running the country, but that generation of men, to me, was the greatest generation, and we're losing them. We're losing them. Not just men, but the women too, like my mother. My wife's mother. We've lost them, but and it's sad, to watch them go, because I know we're losing a great treasure. And I'm not knocking any other generation. Every generation's got good people, every generation got bad people. So anyway, they found this case sheath pouch going through his stuff. So my son-in-law got it and gave it to my grandson. So my grandson, he likes me to come up and sit in his room, and he likes to show me things, and and I've made him some leather stuff, and made him a billfold. And so he likes to show me things. So he pulled this out and asked me, he said, "Papa, can you fix this?" So what the deal was with it is, it had the thread here had came out. The thread was old. I don't know how old this sheath is, but the thread came out, and this rivet was basically gone, and this rivet that was in it was kind of tethered. It was just kind of tethered in here. So I said, yes I will. So, and I think it's an honor. This is a piece of history that I've got right here. So if I can do something to make it better and give it back to my grandson, that's what I'm going to do. So I took it, and I took the thread all the way out, and the whole thread, and I took some brown thread, dark brown thread, and I sewed it back. That's what color thread that was in it. So I sewed it back, and did that. And then the rivets, there wasn't any rivets down here. These are brand new. So I put 2 rivets here, 2 brass rivets, and then I replaced the rivets that were up here. So I put two new rivets right here, 2 brand new brass rivets. Put 2 right here. So I took it, and the snap's real good on this. You can hear it. Got some good snap. I didn't have to replace the snap. So I re-sewed it, put these rivets in, then I dyed it. I took it and dyed the whole thing, polished this up a little bit. So I dyed the whole thing, and I put some treatment after I got done with that. I put this treatment on it, this conditioner. So I'm gonna take it. He's got a wrestling. My grandson's got a wrestling match today, and I'm gonna take it to him. But I'm thinking that a large folding hunter that Case makes, I'm thinking that he probably carried one of those in here. I don't know if my son-in-law found it or what, but you know, a lot of the old timers back in them days, the ones that liked the big knives, they carried a Case folding hunter. So this is what it looks like after it was refurbished. The last video's got it before I did it. You know, it sucked the dye up because the leather was dry. So it sucked the dye up, but it made it look a lot better. It's got this kind of belt pouch here. It's in pretty good shape. Really nothing I could have done about that, but it's in good shape. I don't know what my grandson's gonna do with it. He's just 7, so he'll probably put it up, or he'll eventually use it, because he carries. My son-in-law lets him carry a knife on a little small belt pouch. Old Uncle Henry lets him carry that around when they're feeding the cows and stuff. And then, you know, he wanted to use my Benchmade to cut the twine off the hay the other day, and I said, well, you asked your dad. But I didn't want to give him a knife because he cut his finger. Then my daughter would be upset with me, so I would have probably got in trouble. So I let him use my Benchmade bug out, and it was sharp. And I told him, keep your hand away when you're cutting, and when you're walking with it. I showed him how to fold it up, keep his hand out of the way. And he folded it, and he cut the twine off with it for about an hour or so. And so anyway, this is what it looks like. It turned out good, but to me it was an honor to get an old case sheath like this and redo it. So that's the deal on that. I'd gotten a knife from eBay the other day, and I kind of wanted to share it. And it's a Remington. It's a Remington bullet knife. I got lucky on this, and I got it for under 30 bucks. It was a great deal. I bid on it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a cool little knife. It's a Remington, which is Remington 1173L, 73L, and the L is for lockback. See, it's a locker. It's got a locker on it. It's got a very nice, crisp click to it. You can hear it. Delrin. It's got Delrin handles. You know, good looking handles. It's got the bone. It's got the bone shield. Bullet shield. Well, not bone shield, but bullet shield. Right there. And it's on the back. Of course, it's got the UMC Remington. You can see it. There we go. Stamp on it on the tang. And then on the back, it's got the R1173L, and then it's got 1984. So this knife was made when I was 24 years old. 1924 or 1984. I was 24 years old. Kind of tells you my age. So it's got the lanyard hole, brass lanyard. That's one of the things I love about these Remington knives is this brass lanyard tube. But it's a lot back. You know, this would really be a great little carrying knife, honestly. It's got the lock back on it. This is probably, I don't know if this is a Camillus made, I'm not sure, from 84. It probably is. But you know, it's a nice little knife. It's the blade is, the cutting edge is 2.5 inches long. The whole blade is 2 3/4 from the bolster. So it's this would be a good little carrying knife. I'm gonna put it up with my other Remington. I like the Remington knives. I've probably got 5 or 6, including this one. I've had some for a while, bought back in the 80s. late or early 90s and 80s. And I try to buy a Remington when I find one that I like. The last one I bought, it's got green and black bone handle, and it's a 2-blade. But just to me, a good historical part of history, good Remington knife. So I don't know if I'm gonna put a lanyard in or not, but it's a great find on eBay. I got a good deal, really a good deal in it. I don't know why the guy sold it. Didn't come with a box, didn't come with any paperwork, but that's fine with me. Because I like the knife. You can see the locking mechanism right there. And it locks it good. Actually, it doesn't have any gaps in it. And the blade lines up pretty good for all you people that worry about that, which I don't. I know anything made by a man's hands is not perfect. They should try to get, Case and Remington, all these knife makers should try to get their knives as close to perfect as they can. But anyway, great, good looking knife, pretty knife. So I'm pretty fortunate to get it for this. So anyway, I'm gonna be headed out to a wrestling match. My grandson, he's 7 years old and he's wrestling, so hopefully he pinned 3 people last week, so hopefully he'll pin some more. That he just got a little strut going on like a wild turkey now. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the story. Behind this. I think it's interesting. Got some projects going on. This is one I'm working on. This is one I'm working on for a guy. This is for a $110. Got this notebook. There's a lady, and we got these haunted houses here in Georgia that people pay to go to Halloween. This one's called Folklore, so she works at Folklore, so this is going to be her notebook. That's what she wanted. So she wanted a bunch of skulls on it, and I just have got this skull. So got the different ones around it. So I got to dye it. I'm gonna dye it with blood red and then put some green thread in it. So I'm gonna get that finished this weekend. Moved a little bit yesterday, but anyway, enough of that. So anyway, cold day, supposed to get up to about 50 something today, 57. And we're gonna head out here in a minute. And so remember folks, lazy man carries a dull knife. Keep your knife sharp, cuts better. Learn how to sharpen a knife with a stone. I learned young from my daddy and my uncles. I learned how to sharpen a knife with a stone. But I do use the quick sharpener. I do use the Work Sharp and the Smiths. They're good for, doing a quick edge. But anyway, God bless you. If you like this video, I would appreciate if you'd follow my channel. I'd appreciate if you would leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the bell. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. So this is my Saturday knife leather talk. God bless you. Y'all have a great day.